A little girl named Masha is playing with her dad when they see a Christmas tree burning. Everyone there starts to run. And in the process, Masha's dad tackles a suspicious person in a bunny suit. Masha's dad arrives home after her daughter. He brings Masha a gift and flowers for his wife. Masha's dad explains to wife what happened. Then Masha's dad asks Masha if she wrote Santa Claus a letter. She completely forgot, so she rushes to do it now. Masha's dad talks to his wife about a painting they got in their living room, which is not a copy, it's the original and probably worth enough to open an art school for his wife. He tells her this because he's planning on going out and quite possibly to never return. Masha's father reads her letter to Santa Claus. She asks for a doll, a mermaid and roller skates. He kisses her on the forehead while she's asleep and leaves the house. Karachun says he's going to give this planet to the monsters, but he needs someone who can help with this task. Masha, looking older, wakes up agitated thinking about her dad. Her mother comes to check on her. Apparently this happens often. They have a seat to eat breakfast and Masha's mother tells her that they're still resorting to traditional medicine to help her with the dreams she has. Masha is not convinced by this and asks if it has something to do with another member of the psychic battle. Her mom then gets ready to go out. She's going to buy ingredients to make a carrot cake. Masha knows this tradition revolves around waiting for her father to come back. Later, Masha is attending a dance lesson when out of nowhere a mage named Karachun, but no one saw anything. When returning home, Masha finds herself between a Christmas gathering. However, something strange happens. Everyone is frozen in time, except her and a group of mages commanded by Santa Claus. This group is using arrows to shoot some flying monsters known as chimeras. Masha is shocked watching everything. A woman comes to her and tells her to stay close to the Christmas tree because it is safer to stand there. But Masha wants to run away and a monster catches up to her. Thankfully, Nikita notices this and rushes to save her by killing the chimera. Santa Claus is not too happy by this and reminds him that he must follow the rules which state to stay close to the team. So Santa takes his magical sphere away. Then Nikita goes up to the crowd and defrosts them. Karachun appears in front of Nikita and tells him to repeat some words that'll give him power. Which he does, but nothing happens. Inside a frozen flying bus, the woman that told Masha to wait by the tree is now explaining that those who are able to see what others are not, have a special ice gene in them. When they arrive at their destination, the magic bus vanishes in thin air. They enter what seems to be a planetarium and Santa Claus shows himself. He says that for centuries 7 immortal brothers fought to protect the population of the planet from chimeras. His father Eliezer built a protective dome around the earth which people called sky. So the sky protects them from the chimeras. He also says that the trees send threads of silver to the space, so if people were to stop gathering around the Christmas tree and give each other a thread of silver, the protective dome would weaken and sooner or later crack under the pressure of the chimeras. Each mage has their own piece of the sky, sort of like a magical sphere. These spheres fall from the sky and into the hands of the many mages they've gathered. At the end of Santa's speech, he tells them to protect the Christmas trees. Nikita spots Masha. They have a little talk and she asks him how to get out of there. Nikita takes her in front of a door and asks for her sphere. He throws it away and this door opens. When they enter it, Nikita explains that they're surrounded by letters written to Santa Claus. Masha is surprised to see this. She wants to see if Nikita can find her letter. While searching for the letter, he shares a bit of his story. Masha finds it interesting that they both grew without their fathers. After handing her the letters, Nikita stands in front of a wall and recites the words he was told before by a mage. This creates a hole in the wall caused by a dark sphere. Nikita takes the sphere and a crow comes out, but soon escapes as a shadow through the ventilation. Nikita is on the rooftop now trying out this new sphere. Karachun appears before him, so Nikita uses the opportunity to ask him how to use it correctly. Karachun takes it and shoots him with it with so much power that Nikita falls to the ground. The 7 immortal brothers are having a conversation about their older brother named Karachun who left the chimeras out. And because of this, Eliezer decided to lock him up in the icy mountains. So now they're discussing whether they should forgive a rebel. But they're interrupted by Karachun who stole the black sphere from Nikita. He shows them a key out of the 5 that are scattered in the world. He says he's able to find them now. Karachun uses the black sphere against Santa Claus. The power is so strong that Santa falls to the ground looking very affected. Karachun grabs a huge ice crystal and runs with it. Santa is able to shoot his stick at him, but Karachun escapes nonetheless. Santa says that they must look for the guardians to collect the keys. But one of the brothers argues it's not a good idea because the guardians won't give them their keys since it represents their immortality. One of the brothers takes the wrap of a present to reveal a cube of ice with a yogi inside it. Santa takes a picture of him. Masha opens the door to find Santa Claus. When he enters her house, he notices some of the drawings Masha made based on her dreams. Santa detects that one shows Karachun, and Masha explains she only saw him in a dream. Santa tells her the story behind his older brother. Eliezer, their father, chose a sword Karachun could not take unless he managed to find the 5 keys. Santa grabs a letter Masha made 7 years ago, where she included a drawing of a yogi inside an ice cube. Santa pulls out his phone and shows the picture he took yesterday of that same man. Santa wants to know what Masha has seen recently. She gathers some drawings, but she doesn't remember where any of those dreams took place. Santa is mad, but so is Masha because he never gave her what she wanted for Christmas, which led her to stop believing in him. At school, Masha is an outcast. The teacher asks her to come forward to the board. Masha draws some lines and we see how she's having a vision of 2 sharp pieces of ice that are being thrown at Nikita. Her classmates laugh at her because of her reaction, so she leaves. Karachun is now in possession of 3 keys, which means there's only 2 left to find. One of the young mages at the magical house shows a Canadian pianist who was found frozen. This fits with a drawing Masha made. Santa wonders what's gonna happen next. Masha comes inside the room saying she knows exactly what will happen. She tells him that she saw some people fighting on the roof of a skyscraper and one of them had a key. Santa asks her to remember the faces of the people she saw and Masha starts to identify some of them amongst the people there. But she fails to identify the man who carried the key. Santa confronts Nikita about the black sphere. Nikita confesses he was approached by Karachun, who told him that the black sphere will make him stronger. Santa is mad about this and now considers Nikita a traitor. Masha arrives at a party held in New York. She's accompanied by the people she saw in her vision. They're dressed like they are part of the staff. They do a dance with the people in the party surrounding the 3 and then they freeze them. But a man didn't freeze. That's how they are able to tell they must go after him. The chasing takes them to the roof of the skyscraper just like in Masha's vision. The mages tell him that 3 guards have died at the expense of Karachun and he will have the same luck unless he gives back the key. But the man refuses, leaving no other choice than to fight him. Nikita managed to get the key, but then Karachun appears attacking with the sharp pieces of ice. Thankfully Masha gets in the way and blocks the attack using her sphere. However, Karachun takes the key away. Masha has another vision where they're wearing masks. Then they meet up with Santa, who tells them that the day after tomorrow an auction for an Italian painting is going to be held. And there the participants must wear masks. So now they know where they'll have to go. But they must hurry because Karachun only has 1 more key to go. At the auction there's a cake with some signs written on it. This tells Nikita exactly where he should go. He gets in a carriage with Masha, but Karachun catches up to them so they're forced to get off and walk. The fight takes place in the forest. There's also a man with a mask amongst them. Masha calls him Dad. And when he takes off the mask we indeed know she was right, so they have a nice moment together. Her dad tells her he'll handle Karachun, but she must return the missing key since he's a guardian. So he takes the key and leaves, but then reappears in Masha's home. His wife receives him with a delicious dinner. While Masha goes back to the magic house and hands Santa the missing key her dad gave her. But Nikita is under Karachun's spell, so he managed to steal a key away from a guardian. This was the last key Karachun needed to unlock the sword his father left. Now Santa has to fight him, and with the help of his brothers they're able to freeze Karachun. Masha takes Nikita away to save him because the group of mages believe he's an enemy. Nikita confesses to Masha that he wanted to be a good magician for her, but ended up becoming evil. Masha doesn't care about this since she knows he's actually good, so they kiss. And we see the many threads of silver coming out of the trees and into space, which will certainly keep humanity safe.